As we were told in the beginning, we have partners and colleagues from the Mastercard Foundation, and I just wanted to, as I end, to invite Professor Ayo Ojebode, who is dialing in from Kigali, I believe, to speak to us. He speaks on behalf of the Mastercard Foundation, and also will tell us more about the partnership and what the foundation intends with this project, but also with others that are coming in future. So, Prof, if you can hear me, please give me a signal so that you can have the opportunity to speak.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, and good morning. My name is Ayo Ojebode, and I'm planning from outside of Nigeria. I now work with the Mastercard Foundation, who is the partner supporting this research that's been presented today. I'll talk briefly about the Mastercard Foundation and our purpose for supporting this work and what we think will happen as a result of today's event. The Mastercard Foundation was established in 2006, that's 15 years ago, by the Mastercard business. And we always want to say, well, Mastercard business is what most people know, because you want to use ATM cards and things that Mastercard business produce. But the Mastercard Foundation is an independent foundation. It's its own board of directors, its own vision and mission, completely separate from Mastercard business. So we always want to remind people that we are not Mastercard, we are Mastercard Foundation. 18 years ago, the Mastercard Foundation was established, and the purpose of the foundation was to promote financial inclusion by fighting and reducing poverty, as well as like promoting education of young people. In 2018, the foundation decided that 70% of its activities will be relocated to Africa. We are relocated to Africa. And right now we work in 7 countries, starting from Nigeria, Ghana, Senegal, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, and Ethiopia. In Senegal, we work across what is called the YMO region, which comprises about 8 other countries. We've come a long way. Though we are still young, our investment is one of the highest philanthropic investments across the world. Now, I did just say now that we are quite young, and 18 years is young. When you compare the Mastercard Foundation with the other foundations, we won't rub shoulders. Like Bill and Melinda Gates, which is 20 foundation, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which is 20 years old this year, or the MacArthur Foundation, which is 4 years old this year, or the Ford Foundation, that is 88 years old, or the father of them, or Carnegie Foundation, which is 119 years old this year. So when you look at that, you see that we are latecomers in this game. But there is an advantage in being a latecomer. You pause, you wait, and then you learn from the achievements and the mistakes of the people who have gone ahead of you. And so that is the unique advantage that Mastercard Foundation has, and that we have continued to leverage on as an organization. How is this connected to what we're talking about today? In 2018, when the foundation moved to Africa, 70% of its operations, it set for itself an ambitious goal of enabling 30 million young people to access dignified and fully employment on the continent. 70% of these 30 million would be women. In other words, 21 million women would be enabled by the foundation to access dignified and fulfilling work by the year 2030. One of the things we learned quickly was that you cannot, for instance, define for people what dignified and fulfilling employment is. Because what is dignified and fulfilling for one person may not be fulfilling for others. The development sector in its history has learned that when you try to do things for people, you are likely to make very huge mistakes. You must learn to listen to people and do things with them. And so, in Nigeria, Mastercard Foundation has set for itself the ambition of enabling 2 million people, 2 million young people to access dignified and fulfilling work within 5 years, within the next 5 years. And we are working in 3 states where about 20% of young people in Nigeria live. Kano, Lagos, and Kaduna. To start with, in the next 5 years. We have a lot of work going on in other states, but this is the focus of these 2 million young people driving. Now, we do not assume that we know what dignified and fulfilling employment is. Because as I said, it's a subjective thing. And what is dignified and fulfilling for one person won't be dignified and fulfilling for other people. What is dignified and fulfilling 20 years ago, right? 40 years ago, like being a gate man in a hospital or in a primary school may not be dignified and fulfilling today at this time. So these concepts always change and they are quite subjective. And that is why we decided that we need to hear from young people how they understand dignified and fulfilling employment. This is the origin of this term. We looked around the continent and we settled down on the Partnership for African Social and Governance Research as the institution that can help us conduct this continent-wide research on how young people think, what young people think about dignified and fulfilling employment. And that is why we're here today to listen to the outcome of this research. And so I'm here representing the Mastercard Foundation, and I'm here with my pen and paper to hear what young people think about dignified and fulfilling employment, how they express resilience in the face of difficulties, and what their overall aspirations are, including what the obstacles are to them in fulfilling that aspiration. And I'm hoping that at the end of this 1 day or 2-3 hour event, each one of us here will have understood a lot more what young people think about dignified and fulfilling employment. And then as we move on in our places of work, in government, in NGOs, in media organizations, wherever we work, we begin to understand and factor in the perspectives of young people into our programs and programs. Thank you very much for being here, and I do hope that you have a really fruitful